What's going on, everybody? It is Geeks and Gamers Daily. We are running this through some new software. I didn't know if this was going to work or not, but we're here. The 199 showing up in the chat. Ryan has been so positive today that we had to be on time. He has just been jumping for joy, not after seeing Indiana Jones, but knowing he can make a lot of videos about Indiana Jones and the box office failure. Hi, Ryan. How are you?
Yeah, Indiana Jones and the box office disaster, Indiana Jones and the doom of Lucasfilm, Indiana Jones and the KK's finally gone, right? Yeah, I'm sure we'll be making videos and talking about Indiana Jones a lot. And Warner Brothers got to be happy because Warner Brothers just had what is likely the worst box office flop in studio history, in the storied history of Warner Brothers Studios. Probably the worst, the biggest loss of money they've ever had. Now that's being overshadowed by what may be Disney's biggest flop in history.
Man, it's been a wild few days, few weeks actually at the box office, and man, I'm having a lot of fun watching this all play out right before our very eyes. Look at that Neanderthal coming in with a 50 to start the party off the right way. And look at that. Look at that new graphic. All right. So we are streaming live on Rumble, YouTube, and Kick right now. And I think I can see all of your comments through the software that we're running. And this is going to be really good for us. I think this is going to be a game changer for us. So thank you, Neanderthal. Appreciate you. And thank you to everybody, whether you're watching us on Kick, YouTube, or Rumble. We appreciate you guys. This is good stuff, man. I'm really excited about what we're going to be able to do here. I don't know how many people saw it, but we had a pretty crazy stream on Saturday. Ryan, did you see what happened Saturday on Kick?
I saw that we had Eddie in the Kick chat. I think some people are saying that the Kick chat is or the Fortnite with Melanie Mac lock it in.
Oh yeah. I forgot to do that. I've got to change that. So go ahead, Ryan. Keep talking.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I saw it looked like Eddie came in and dropped a bunch of bombs. You guys were on the front page of Kick, which is pretty cool. So gained a lot of followers. Had more gifted subs than people watching at one point, which is crazy.
It was insane. It was
that's awesome.
It was insane, and
gonna make sure to change the category to just chatting.
Just chatting. Already updated. So there you go. Thank you to the Kick chat for letting us know. So yes, Eddie, the CEO of Kick, joined our chat, dropped 200 gifted subscriptions, which is essentially memberships over there. We had some of the Kick staff in the chat, and they put us on the front page right next to XQC. It was wild. And of course, we love all these alternative platforms, whether it's Rumble, Kick, and obviously, YouTube is, is our primary focus, and, it's where their primary audience is, but we appreciate the support on all platforms. So good stuff indeed. And yeah, that was supposed to be a 2-hour stream. It ended up being about an 8-hour stream, but when the people are having fun, you gotta keep giving them what they're enjoying. So that's exactly what we did, and so good stuff indeed. It has been an interesting weekend. Indiana Jones is a massive failure on every single possible level. In fact, I think it's worse than even some of us imagined, and that's the craziness with this. This is worse than even what we imagined. I can't believe it. What was Flash's box office domestically? What was it?
55 million.
55. Have we gotten the official numbers on Indiana Jones yet?
I don't know if we've seen the official. I can check. Those usually come out between 11 and 12. So we'll see if we have the official Sunday numbers. Right now, it's still sitting there at 70. It's not like it's going to go crazy one way or the other. Right now it's sitting at 60. It's not like it's going to go crazy one way or the other. It's going to be around $60 million. But globally, it actually debuted less than The Flash. Globally, it debuted at 130 million, which The Flash was somewhere between 133 and 139. I forget, depending on when the final results came in. To put that in perspective, globally, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull debuted at $272 million in its opening in 2008. That is the worst possible case you could imagine for this movie. There's other, I think Deadline threw out a number that they believe the budget with everything included with reshoots around 329 million as opposed to the around 300 million. So that would boost that up a little bit. Some people are claiming marketing is only $100 million. I don't believe that. I think it's probably right around 150, just like every Marvel movie has been, just like The Little Mermaid. I can't imagine that this got a $50 million less marketing budget than that, just being real. So yeah, when it's all said and done, I mean, I think right now people think John Carter's the biggest box office bomb that Disney's ever had. I think this could end up losing more money.
And I can't imagine word of mouth is going to help it. I think it was you that I was listening to. You were talking about you don't think that it's going to have as steep as a drop as Flash because oh my God, those are some of the biggest. I mean those drops were legendary. And
comic book movies in general tend to have a little bit bigger drops because there's a little bit more excitement built up, like a fan base that's kind of, for lack of a better word, trained to go opening weekend, so you know what happened and you don't miss out on spoilers. Whereas movies like even Top Gun Maverick or Avatar, Indiana Jones, other things that aren't these like comic book superhero movies tend to just have better legs in general because there's not this mass rush for people that feel like they have to see it first weekend. Also, the Indiana Jones audience, despite what Lucasfilm may have wanted, it's just older. It's an older audience. So people that aren't necessarily feeling the need to go out opening weekend might go see it sometime during the week. So.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's the word of mouth has been not good at all for this movie. The critics, you know, we know the whole story. They invited all the critics out to the is it Cannes Film Festival? That completely backfired on them. Nothing was going to work for this movie. This movie was never going to be a success, and you saw the writing on the wall long before this movie even went into production. And this all comes back to the leadership of Kathleen Kennedy. And we're going to discuss all of that a little bit later, but we're going to try to take the approach of like talking about how, you know, this film came out, how it failed, how the box office or how the budget ballooned all the way up to $330 million. And it was never, ever going to be a success. There's no scenario that this movie needed to be at the point where it needed to make $900 to $1 billion to break even, except for bad management and the fact that, do you like, okay, so let me ask you this, Ryan. Let me ask you this question, because you are not as big of a hater of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull as most, and
I
you
like
talked about that. Yeah. Do you see any scenario where at this age that Harrison Ford coming back as Indy, any creative scenario where they could have made this work?
1000%. There is a way to do it. You don't even have to change that much. You basically would have to make Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character not being an insufferable bitch. So that's like a pretty big cog, but you could have that character, Helena Shaw, you could have all of that play out. But instead of doing what they did, which is tearing down Indiana Jones, making him a fucking loser, the happy ending that they gave you at the end of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, they immediately erased that. Might as well, spoiler warning right now, it's after opening weekend. We are going to talk about spoilers for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. If you don't want those spoilers, well, one, I don't know how you avoided them considering they've been on the internet since it premiered at Cannes. But anyway, fair warning. The beginning of this movie, after the de-age sequence, they show that Indiana Jones is in a shitty apartment in New York. He is like falling asleep, half drunk. He has divorce papers on his thing that he needs to sign on his counter. They killed off Mutt in the Vietnam War. Like, all of this shit happens, right? Instead of tearing this character down, making him constantly be tricked by other people or led around by other people, what they could have done, very, very simple, is Indiana Jones is happily married with Marion. But you don't have to have Shia LaBeouf in the movie if he's too fucking crazy for you. Have Shia LaBeouf be off in Egypt. He's an archaeologist now. He's doing a dig. He's doing something, right? And Indy is getting ready to retire. He's ready to hang it up for good. And Helena Shaw comes to him and tries the same fucking trick she did, but he doesn't fall for it. Indy says, "Hey kid, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. I've been there. What's going on? Tell me what's actually happening." And she is humbled and is begging him for help. Is like, "I'm in way over my head. I thought I could handle this myself, but I couldn't. And it's not going to work. I need your help. And I know you don't do this stuff anymore, but I don't know who else to turn to." And then Indiana Jones is like, you know, I gotta help her. She's my goddaughter. You know, or me and her dad were really good friends. Turns to Marion, and is like, sweetheart, I know I said I was done, but I got to. She's my goddaughter. And Marion just kind of smiles and says, I knew what I was getting into when I married Indiana Jones. Go get him, right? And like that changes the entire tone of the movie. And yes, Indy's still old, but this is one getting back in the saddle for something that makes sense, for someone who respects him, who's begging for his help, as opposed to the convoluted mess that they tried to do where they tore him down and basically forced him into the situation.
It's amazing that, again, we're seeing this all over the place with either fans or just independent people are coming up with better material than these paid professionals that have been in the industry all of this time. And we talked about this recently with there's a game that just released called BattleBit Remastered, and it's made by 3 guys in their fucking bedroom, you know, and it's a better experience than Call of Duty or Battlefield right now for a lot of people that have been playing it. And we are at a point in time where multi-billion-dollar companies can't produce what fans with passion can produce at this point in time. It's wild. But that's where we are. I haven't seen Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I'm not gonna go see it. I'm just at a point. I just don't care about a lot of this stuff, man. I don't have faith in anything that they're doing. I don't have faith in Disney Star Wars. I don't have faith in anything Lucasfilm is involved in. I don't have any faith in anything Kathleen Kennedy's involved in. I'm just to a point where I'm beyond being angry or even frustrated. It doesn't even bother me. The only thing I'll do is sit back and laugh at their failures over and over and over again. That's really all I can do. I'll continue to make videos on the box office disaster and the fallout from this because, again, we were right. We've always been right. Fans are always going to be right. That's just a bottom line. Never going to change. As long as there is fandom, fans will be right. And by saying that, you know, it doesn't mean every single individual person is going to be right about everything, but the collection of people, the group of people that are out there. I mean, go back to X-Men Origins Wolverine. I did like that movie. Fans, generally speaking, hated that movie. And why? Well, one of the primary reasons was you took Deadpool and you sewed his mouth shut, you know? And this is an interesting scenario here. Just thought about this, actually. So they sewed Deadpool's mouth shut, and fans hated it. And they took a character like Snake Eyes, a character that doesn't talk, and then made him talk and made him Asian, and it failed. It's pretty interesting. You took a character that everybody wants to hear, and you shut his mouth. You took a character that doesn't talk, and this mysterious and a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white guy, you made him Asian, took his mask off, and made him talk the whole time, and fans hated it. These people have no idea what they're doing. They have no idea what they're doing. And so with the whole Kathleen Kennedy element, we're going to get into all of that here soon. I tweeted out about it. And I basically was like, it doesn't matter if she's fired. And that's really where I'm at on it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything.
The damage has been done.
The damage is done by a mile.
She's been at Lucasfilm for 11 fucking years.
Yeah.
Right? 11 years. She has destroyed systematically every single IP that they own. Whether it's Star Wars, whether it's Willow, whether it's Indiana Jones now. It's a miserable failure all around. And guess what? Is she going to be embarrassed? Is she going to be, oh my gosh, this is a big embarrassing moment for Kathleen Kennedy, we're firing her? No. Whenever she is ready to leave, whenever Disney's ready for her to leave, however that ends up shaking out, she's going to be celebrated. She's going to be praised as an incredible, inspirational woman who came into this place and took over Lucasfilm, made the Star Wars sequel trilogy, made Star Wars a more diverse place for a new generation. That's the way that it's all going to be done. She's not going to be reprimanded. She's not going to be shamed. She's going to be celebrated. And the person that replaces her is going to be exactly the fucking same. Yeah. Here's my thing with the whole Kathleen Kennedy is fired shit. We've been hearing this for 5 fucking years. Wake me when it fucking happens. Don't give me any of this bullshit. Don't give me this. Well, some people are saying that some people want her gone, and some people are saying that some people don't. Okay, sweet. Like that's not news to me. Wake me when she's actually fucking gone.
Okay, so let's get into this a little bit. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's my whatever people are doing. Like, I've done things on my YouTube channel when it was growing that I'm not going to do this at this point in time. Things have changed. I used to talk about the Kathleen Kennedy stuff all the time. I was getting emails back in the day when I was growing this channel, and I was getting emails about people telling me like, "Hey, this is going on. This is going on." Fact is, I have and still do talk to people that have been part of Lucasfilm, that are still part of Lucasfilm, that are still part of Disney. I've talked to people. I know people that have been that directly know George Lucas. I get told a lot of shit, like any other YouTuber that has any relevant following whatsoever. We all get told a lot of shit. Me personally, I don't like moving forward with some information that a person doesn't want to put their name to. So if somebody says something to me, so I can't say anything about it, but this is information, you do with it, do what you will. At that point, if I choose to bring the information public, it becomes me. I'm the person that is responsible for the information now because I can't name the person that gave it to me. That's not a situation I want to be in. That's never a situation I want to be in. And maybe a few times in the past I'd done it, and I just like I never like how it feels because like I can't verify or validate this, but I can put it out there. And there's a lot of people that are pushing a lot of information. It's hard to tell what's real information and what's not real. And I will tell you, it is a fact, at least in the past anyway. Can't say this is now. It is a fact that there are people in the past that have fed me false information with the hopes I would bring it forward to make me look bad. That is a fact. That has happened because people fucking hate us. You know what I mean? That is, and so I don't know if she's fired. I don't care if she's fired because it doesn't matter if she's fired. That's my stance on it. It changes nothing. The sequel trilogy still ruined. Galaxy's Edge was still built. And they all called us racist and sexist for all of her terrible decisions. And that's not going to change with her being fired. She's going to be a multimillionaire. She's going to walk away with a massive payday. She's going to be celebrated. They are not going to treat her like Gina Carano when they fire her, or if she's fired or whatever. They're not going to treat her like they treated Gina. They will not. So her being fired just means she's going to sail off into the sunset with a $50 million paycheck. Yeah. Celebrated throughout this industry and called a fucking hero. That is what will happen. So it doesn't matter to me if she's gone. Fuck these people.
The other thing I'll say is when it comes to all these reports and rumors, all this shit, it's weird. It's always so nebulous about this or that or that. But then when we have like actual shit that happens, like that DEI chief, Disney's chief diversity, equality, inclusion officer gets fired. Fucking like basically middle of the night, all the trades come out and announce it. There was not a whisper of that happening. There was no rumors. Nobody talking about this. Nobody talking about, okay. What about actual shit that happens? Like, I don't know, Luke Skywalker showing up at the end of Mandalorian season 2. None of these scoopers, none of these rumors. Nobody had any whisper of that other than ironically drunk 3PO
and us. And because he told us.
Yeah. Other than drunk 3PO because he knew somebody that was working with stunts.
Yeah.
Like, but for some reason, all the other people's sources out there, never a whisper about these actual tangible things that fucking happen. That's what just makes me say, I'll wake me when it's actually news.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Kathleen Kennedy's 70 fucking years old. So she's not going to want to do this forever. I think that Indiana Jones was kind of her last thing that she really wanted to do. I think a lot of us have been saying she's not going to leave before Indy came out anyway. And then at some point in time, right, whether that's because her contract expires next year or whatever, she'll leave because maybe she's a little bit done and Disney's done with her. Maybe that's a decade at Lucasfilm, whatever that'll be. So
yeah, I get it. I do get the desire to want her gone and the excitement to talk about it. And again, I have nothing again. I'm not saying I have a problem with it. What I'm saying is that for me, a lot of people are wanting me because I've covered this in the past. And my stance on it is just, I don't care. That's really, unfortunately, that's where I'm at. And the reason I don't care, it's not because I don't want her gone. I personally don't feel it changes anything. I feel it's irrelevant. It means nothing because she's not going to be treated like she should be treated because she should be getting the Gina Carano treatment, what they did to Gina. That's what Gina should be getting treated like the icon But they're not. They treated Gina like she was the villain, and they're going to treat Kathleen Kennedy like she's the hero. She's going to get the hero send off. So to me, it doesn't matter if she's gone, and I guess that's why it doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, the only way that it would matter, right, is if there was some sort of, because it's too late at this point for it to actually mean anything after all this damage has been done.
Right.
So if there was some sort of come to Jesus moment for Disney, and they were like, hey, we realize we have really fucked up. All right, we have screwed up these franchises. We've abandoned the fans. We're sorry. We're going to make it better. Like an actual public service announcement that maybe includes this person leaving and a lot of other people leaving that company, by the way. It's not just Kathleen Kennedy that's a problem.
Yeah.
Like that's not going to happen. There's no chance of that ever happening. So I don't know.
Sad but true. I saw our boy Warren Smith up in here dropping 5 gifted Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you, Warren. I see we got a ton of people watching us on Rumble. We got over 400 on Rumble, and we are live on Kick. Arthur Brown has subscribed and is gifted a subscription over there. You guys are crushing it. Huge crowd here today. Thank you guys for being here. Again, we are running this on some new streaming software. We think it can help the experience as we learn it a little more. I'll be running Cobra Cast to the same software tonight. And I do think that as we learn some of the stuff from, like, we've got people that are backstage that can still communicate with us. So, like, for instance, to Stephanie, say something. Say hello, Stephanie. So I hear Stephanie. I don't know if everyone else hears her. So we'll see.
It's such a fantastic display for the audience.
I know.
Jeremy could literally just be making that up and you wouldn't know. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I can just bring her in. There we see. They can't hear her. All right, let me bring her in. There. Say hi, Steph. Hi. See? Perfect. So I had to do it to get a test to see if it works. So now I can see they said no. Now they can hear her. Say hello, Stephanie.
Hi.
There we go.
Morning.
All right, now they're all happy you're here.
Backstage.
Bye. There we go. So yes, good stuff, and we'll see if we continue to break it. Jay Hailstorm's backstage too, but nobody really cares about him. So, but
overall, like the box office, this thing might be lucky if it sniffs $400 million. Like that's kind of what we're looking at.
Do you think that's okay?
I think it's a reality at this point.
400 million worldwide. Okay,
global.
So where's Flash going to end up? 300?
Probably 3.
Okay, so if Indiana Jones hits $400 million, how much does that mean it's going to lose?
So if it hits, so put it in perspective, 300, just say 300 million. We saw that one budget out there that might be 329. Let's just say 300 million. And then let's assume around $150 million marketing, because probably right around where it is. Just like all the other big Disney stuff that's come out. You're talking about $450 million that you have invested in the movie total. So if it hits 400 million at the global box office, Disney's going to get to keep around half of that, because again, half of it goes to the theaters. They don't just make money on popcorn. Then you're talking about a $250 million loss.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That is fantastic to hear. Holy crap, man.
I mean, Black Adam had a global debut of $143 million back in September, October, whenever that was. That movie ended up just under $400 million worldwide. It didn't have the massive drop-off that Flash had. It had like a 60% drop in its second weekend, but it didn't have a great opening. Well, at that point, it wasn't a great opening. Now everyone's looking back at that movie compared to The Flash, like, maybe we made a mistake getting rid of The Rock. No, that movie failed as well.
Yeah.
But it's a nightmarish scenario. And
what did John Carter lose?
Like 220 million or something. That's why I'm saying, like, I think it could take over John Carter as the biggest loss in Disney history.
I hope so. And again, so we are at a point where you can't, like, there is some therapeutic nature to this with the whole Kathleen Kennedy thing. I kind of gave up on the Kathleen Kennedy's getting fired after Rise of Skywalker came and went, and she stayed. You know what I mean? What was that, 2019? Is that when that was? 2019? So after that, I was like, well, if they ain't going to fire this bitch now, then it really doesn't matter what happens. You know what I mean? Disney Star Wars is just dead. And so they didn't fire her after that. But there is some therapeutic nature to this where I'm hearing like all of these now, everybody's talking about how Kathleen Kennedy is a failure. She doesn't know what she's doing. I'm like, yeah, welcome to 2018, where all of us fans realized this, and we were all called sexist and racist because a strong, powerful woman who, guess what she was responsible for when they were defending her, Ryan? She was responsible for the Indiana Jones trilogy. She was producer of Indiana Jones. She knows all about Indiana Jones. She's an expert on Indiana Jones, Jeremy. You are just a hater. You just hate strong women. Now, how's that looking now? She's not good at the creative side. She's not good at the business side. She's not good at the fan side. She's bad at all of them. She's objectively bad. She is not the problem. The people that are keeping her in power are the problem. So her being gone changes nothing now. She's terrible. She's awful.
I just rewatched all the Indiana Jones movies before going to watch this one to have them all fresh in my head. And like in Raiders, her title is not Supreme Overlord Producer of Indiana Jones movies. Her title for Raiders was Assistant to Mr. Spielberg.
That's so thick. It's so fucking perfect.
Now for Temple of Doom, she did get upgraded not only to a dancing woman, but also to associate producer. Not like producer or executive, associate producer. I don't even fucking know what that means, to be honest with you. Maybe like obviously titles could have been much different in like the 80s when those movies were made.
Coincidentally, her knees was a little dirtier too as she moved up the chain. I'm sure it's a coincidence, but her knees a little bit. She had to wear knee pads a lot more as she moved up the chain.
I think it also has a lot to do with the person she was married to was like a producer of these
things.
You know what I mean? Yes. Like Frank Marshall was. I think that, as much as we joke about, I think that has more to do with anything, right?
It does.
She was married to someone who is successful and stuff. So
she sucked a Spielberg cock or two, though. I'm telling you. Ain't no doubt about it. Ain't no doubt.
Maybe.
Ain't no doubt.
Uncut.
We have let's see. We have 2,700 people here on YouTube. And again, if you're just tuning in, this weekend, we had a stream. We were streaming Fortnite here to the main channel and to Kick. The Kick CEO jumped in our chat and gifted us 200 memberships over on Kick, along with Twitch staff, or Kick staff being there. And that tells you that Twitch is a trash platform. They are dying, and it just shows you how much better Kick is. And it's why we've all been talking about Kick. And we are streaming on Kick today as well as Rumble. So whatever your preferred platform is. Also, Kick did put out a statement saying that they were going to fix their app. They were well aware that their app is really bad, and it is. It's really bad, but they're working on it. And that's all you can ask for is a platform that listens and, respects their audience. And wow, what a crazy idea. Same with Rumble, though. Rumble does the same thing. Rumble loves their audience over there, man. Here we are. So I've had direct discussions with people at Rumble, in contact with people at Kick, and here YouTube being my biggest platform. And I don't think I've ever talked to a human being with YouTube.
I've talked to a human being.
Did you?
They can't really help. They just tell you, hey, why don't you try more YouTube shorts?
Bro, YouTube shorts have taken over my feed now. Have you seen this? Like on mobile? It's bad now. Like it's worse than it's ever been in the last week.
Taken over. Like they're there. I watched YouTube shorts.
Oh, I do too.
Pop up. I do.
I don't have a problem with them. I'm just saying they're taking over. And again, I think people like you're going to see more shorts from our channels. It's just a reality of it. They get millions of views, man. That's what people want to see. But I'm still going to make my daily videos. Don't worry. I ain't going away. It ain't going away. So
I wanted to point this out. And this is, again, when we talk about it, when we're comparing this thing to something that came out in 2008, it's kind of wild how bad it is. Check this out. Compared to the last, you
have to click it. You have to do a second click. You have to do a second click whenever you share it. So there we go. And then you do this.
How about that? Or that? Okay. We're testing it out. Look at how big our fucking names are now.
I know.
We're working on it. But this person says, compared to the last Indiana Jones movie, 2008's Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, the new chapter of Dial of Destiny did much worse at the domestic box office with lower interest level. Yes, opening weekend, 60 million versus 100 million domestically, 40% drop. This is the bigger deal to me. approximate admissions. Now, I don't know exactly how he came up with this, but it seems fairly accurate based on average ticket price, things like that. I think that might be a little high compared to where I've seen some average opening weekends be, but 5.7 million versus 13.9 million in terms of tickets sold opening weekend. 60% of the audience has either died off because they're old or not interested in seeing Dial of Destiny. That's
wow.
wild.
That is crazy. And I am so like, oh my God, I've seen so many. Ryan's still trying to figure this out. So right there. There you go, Ryan. Now, there we go. Or we can do that. Hang on. Right there. Right there. Right there. I like that. Right there. That's right there.
I don't like that.
You don't like that? Okay. But yeah, I've seen some people talking about the failure of this, and the fact that I've seen people making excuses. Like I watched Moist Critical the other day talk about this, and the fact that like he had no idea what he was talking about. And I like Charlie. I watch him a lot. He had no fucking idea what he was talking about. He was like, "Why are movies flopping today?" And his example for, well, there's been some successful movies, you know, Into the Spider-Verse was successful. And I'm like, there was a movie called Mario. There's a movie called Top Gun Maverick. There's a movie called Avatar. You know, there's a movie called Guardians of the Galaxy. But Spider-Verse is your thing that you say is the only thing that's been successful. And he was basically saying that people just aren't interested in Indiana Jones. It's not because it's not a good movie, because they thought it was okay. It's just, you know, and I'm like, dude, like, we have examples to show you. We have examples. Top Gun Maverick is the standard. And he was basically making the argument that, well, people just don't want to go to movies because it's expensive now. And it costs a lot of money to eat food and all. Make a good movie. People go up and fucking watch it. It's that simple. Top Gun Maverick, 1.4 billion, 0.5, something like that. Mm-hmm. People will watch a movie if it's good. People will leave the movie and tell their friends about it, and then their friends will go watch it. That's what happened with Mario. That's what happened with Avatar. That's what happened with Top Gun, and that's what happened with Guardians. This is not a simple, oh, it's too expensive to go to movies. No, most movies are dog shit, especially Disney movies. They just are. That's the reality of the situation. So
there is something else going on as well, though. Like, because it didn't do this because, oh, well, definitively it was like bad, so people didn't go. But right now, people are judging things in a very different way. People are no longer giving Hollywood the benefit of the doubt. And when they see these things out there, when they hear independent media talking about it and giving synopses, like things like that about what people are saying about the movie, what you can expect from the movie, people aren't interested in even giving it a chance anymore. I do think that that's a reality when it comes to The Flash and when it comes to Indiana Jones. Those are two things right back to back. And I think Flash is a better movie than this, personally. And I think probably most people are going to say that too. It's going to make less money. But people are no longer interested in even giving Disney a chance. And they have already determined that what I'm hearing about this thing, I'm not interested because I don't want to see my character destroyed. So don't even go out and give it a chance opening weekend.
Yeah.
So there is viewing habits are different now than they were, say, 10 years ago, I think. But I don't think it's just as simple as, well, things are more expensive or, oh, people don't want to go to the theaters. That's not it. It's that people have lost faith in a lot of these Hollywood entertainment institutions.
Yes.
I think that is a bigger deal with it than anything else.
Let me ask you this, and a shout out to Drunk 3PO. I know he was very disappointed with Indiana Jones 5. Is this TLJ level of character assassination?
In a way, it's different than that for sure. It is similar to TLJ because it's like it's a movie that's made by a director who is a competent filmmaker, right? Like Rian Johnson has done like some very, competent things before. But for this movie, it feels like, one, it's James Mangold trying to do a Steven Spielberg impersonation, which even the best director on their own, it's tough to try to imitate someone else, right? So that was part of it. But the way that they just immediately ripped everything, the good ending you had in Crystal Skull, they ripped that away. and turned him into like a guy who had no reason to live anymore. That was very similar to the Jake Skywalker treatment that you have in The Last Jedi.
You know what's frustrating to me is that I mean, do we know why? Like, do we have an exact reason why Shia LaBeouf was not brought back for this? Is it because of his controversies?
I mean, he's kind of crazy. So I mean, like maybe that is part of it. Who knows?
I'm gonna be honest. I fucking love Shia LaBeouf, dude. I think he's awesome. He's an awesome actor. I think he's fantastic. The fact that he is not allowed to be in Hollywood, or in big budget films, but Ezra Miller just continues to get away with all this shit is insane. Like, there's this movie called Peanut Butter Falcon, very low budget movie. You know, probably a lot of people haven't seen it. It's phenomenal. It's so good, and Shia LaBeouf stars in it. It's fantastic. It came out, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, maybe. I'm not sure. Peanut Butter Falcon is awesome. Shia LaBeouf is a great actor. And if you've ever seen him, he's a phenomenal communicator as well. So if Ezra Miller is going to be somebody there's going to overlook, but Shia LaBeouf, get the hell out of here, man. Give me Shia. Give me his crazy ass. I know he's crazy, but he's a damn good actor.
So Karen Allen, who plays Marion in this movie briefly, of course, Kane with the Crystal Skull and the first Raiders of the Lost Ark, she gave a really interesting interview to Variety, which was pretty revealing. One, I know a lot of people like to claim about all the different endings and all this stuff for Indiana Jones. She actually revealed that when she first got the script, which was 6 months before they started shooting this movie, this was the ending. This was what her character was doing, was coming back at the end with Indiana Jones in that last scene. So shockingly, he wasn't dead in all of those. That was always the plan. There was never any changes. Just want to put that out there, which is ironic. But that's what Karen Allen came out and said in this interview. But she talked about how Spielberg's original plan was way more focused on her and Indy than what happened after James Mangold came on board and the scripts got rewritten again. Which then, and I don't know if Shia LaBeouf would have been part of Steven Spielberg's plan or not, but if they were going to have a Marion Indy movie, I wouldn't be surprised if if Mutt's character was going to be at least involved in some way, shape, or form in Spielberg's initial plan. This thing's been in production hell, though. I mean, it was there for a long time.
This has been a legendary. This will be a legendary disaster. It's I was watching our girl Grace Randolph the other day and her movie math breakdown, and even she cannot justify this failure. Even she was finally throwing Kathleen Kennedy under the bus. And again, welcome to 2017. Welcome to 2018. This is where we are. So Ryan's still learning how to share all this. There we go.
So this is, again, Karen Allen with Variety. Maybe she was just coached to say this. Who knows? But so when you learned the new script had Indy and Marion separated, very much on the way to divorce, also that Mutt had been killed, what was your reaction? Well, I was disappointed. I knew there had been talk that they did not want to go forward with Shia, so I knew something in the story had to create the potential for him to not be there. I didn't know he was going to die in Vietnam until I read the script. Oh gosh, maybe just 6 months before they were going to start shooting. I was deeply happy that Marion came back at least the end of their story, right? So like this is what we're talking about with Karen Allen coming back at the end, the very end of the movie in that closing sequence. If this is indeed truly the last film, which I think it will be, I was profoundly happy it didn't end without them coming back together. That meant a lot to me to feel like they were going to ride off into the sunset together. So that was the plan 6 months before they started shooting this movie. Ironic, but that's the reality. So.
What? So now we have to go and ask ourselves the question, Ryan. Do you think, with all of the rumors out there,
God damn it, dude.
What?
It keeps sharing my fucking screen for no reason. Somebody fucking hit it. I don't know why.
Well, did you want to share it?
No.
Okay, then you.
I don't know if somebody else is fucking pushing the buttons.
No,
but obviously I removed it and then it got added back in. So.
No, you just messed it up.
Okay.
You derailed me. All right, so moving forward, do you think that Kathleen Kennedy is done at Lucasfilm right now, Or do you believe that when her contract is up next year, whenever that is, do you think that they don't renew? What do you think happens, since that's the topic of discussion?
Yeah, I think that probably within the next year or so, like she's probably going to be gone. Probably end of 2024, whatever. Like if I was a betting person, that's when I would say it happens, when her contract like comes up, because I think that's what it's been reported. But again, she's been there for by that time she'll have been there for 12 years. She'll be 70, 71 years old. That's kind of always been what I've felt, is that she wanted to get Indiana Jones 5 out, and at some point in time after that, she would leave. So that's where I'll stick to. Would I be surprised if in the next 6 weeks we heard an actual announcement that Kathleen Kennedy is stepping away at Lucasfilm? I wouldn't be shocked, because this is likely the biggest flop in Disney history.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a massive fucking failure.
And this is coming off of the failed Star Wars Galactic Starship Cruiser at Disney World. You know what I mean? Which was a monumental failure, because again, the way Disney is structured is their whole idea is, hey, we want to make something on film, and then we want to build it at our theme parks, or vice versa, so that people will just continue to go back to the parks. You know what I mean? That's their whole point. Make something, a movie that people like, and then build something for the theme park, and then make them want to go back to the theme park over and over again. Well, that just ain't happening with Star Wars. That ain't happening with Lucasfilm. But their theme parks are struggling now. And so, yeah, man, the whole thing is just a disaster. And it's a well-deserved disaster. This has been going on for years. This is not breaking news to anybody that's been paying attention. And I'll just reiterate one more time. If I seem like I am just kind of checked out of the Kathleen Kennedy discussion, it's because I am, because I truly believe that I don't think anything changes if she's fired. That's why I don't care. I just don't care. And if she's fired tomorrow, I'll probably be like, this is awesome. This is great. Guess what? It doesn't change anything, because now she's going to be celebrated and, treated like a legend and all of this. Oh, a brave woman that broke barriers down for the industry, that revitalized the Star Wars fandom for a new generation, that created all new stars and a new path for young women and black people, because black people never had a path. Women never had a path until Kathleen Kennedy took over Star Wars. That's going to be the Hollywood song and dance for her.
All right.
And so it is what it is.
So there's something weird going on right now.
What, with YouTube?
So all of a sudden, all the channel memberships kind of disappeared.
Yes. Back end. The back end. You talking about the back end?
Yeah.
Yes. Same thing happened to me.
So there's something going on. All right, Jeremy. So check out, when you go to the dashboard, check out the thing on the top left, and just look at that. As of right now, there seems to be a monetization issue with the channel.
Wait, like, did we get demonetized?
That's it, on the back end, it says yes. So we got a warning for some unlisted random thing that makes no sense. And it says it shouldn't affect your channel, but now there is no monetization on the channel.
Uh-oh. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're going to have to figure that out.
Did we get demonetized live? Okay, so
It basically, like, we got disconnected from the partner program is what it looks like. So yeah, but it shouldn't have, because it's just whatever that thing was just a warning. We got to figure this out.
Yep. Well, we are live on Rumble and Kick right now. So, but we have been demonetized.
But see, look,
live.
Somebody just did it. There's like a glitch going on, because somebody just did a member message. Does this still work? So it's like, there's something weird going on. There's Jeff K got a membership paused email, yet is still able to put in a message with his member chat. So, yeah, we're gonna have to look into that, because there's nothing that's up on this channel that should be demonetizable.
No, it's a test stream. It's a test stream that I created last night through this new software. So I don't know if the new software created the problem or what.
Maybe. Let's hope not, because we're also using it now. But
Yeah. So, well, I guess we'll get to the bottom of it. So there we go. No, we have been demonetized live. So I'm gonna tweet Team YouTube right now, and I'm gonna tell them. Hang on. Let's see. Hey, Team YouTube. Our stream was, or our channel was just demonetized live. And
we do have a couple Rumble rants we can read. We are still live over
you do
on
that.
Rumble,
Go
still
ahead.
live over on Kick, so you guys can check us out there. Over on Rumble, Lord of the Reef for 5. Hail 199. It's my birthday today. 31 years old. Going to see Indiana Jones and the Dilator of Diversity tomorrow with my dad. Might end up making my first video afterward if it's really that bad. Thank you.
Let's see. I'm gonna screenshot the thing that I have.
Yeah.
So we only got a warning.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, even on the warning itself, it says your channel shouldn't be affected. So I feel like it's a an error that we will, hopefully get rectified. Clear sight for $1. Ryan, if it would be allowed on stream, how much money would somebody need to tip for you to go in Jeremy's room, do the helicopter in front of his face? You don't have enough money to do that in the world, unfortunately for you. But thank you. Yeah, because it's not even this stream. It's a unlisted test stream that was like 5 minutes long. That was, literally just a test stream that was showing nothing. That's what got hit, which doesn't even make any sense. So, yeah. And either way, that wouldn't have demonetized the channel. So,
yep.
Yeah, I can use the N-word now. We're demonetized. That's basically what's going on.
I'm tweeting this picture to them. So you guys witnessed this. 3,000 people watched this right here live. This happened. It was a random test stream. There. All right. So I dropped the.
What they're gonna ask you to do is link the channel. So.
Yep. All right, Steph, retweet my tweet. So, that is wild, man. So, what the fuck? Live during that happening. I guess it couldn't happen at a better time. So, I got to get the link.
Suppose.
So, Ryan, go ahead and keep.
Well, we do have a bunch of super chats to still read before they got taken away from us. It's your daddy for 2. Happy 4th to the G&G crew. Thank you. And it's your daddy for 2 says lock it in. Thank you. Thunderstrike for 10. Can my son get a happy birthday shout out for turning 4 today? Since I'm a good Hoosier and because my wife is awesome, she let me name him Peyton. Well, happy birthday, Peyton. I'm sorry that you're a Colts fan. But there you go. There you go, Thunderstrike. Arthur Brown for 2 says sexy graphic. Thank you. Warren Smith with 5 gift memberships, which have now been paused. Thank you. Sophie for 2. Hail the 199. Hope you and everyone has an awesome week. Thank you, Sophie.
Thank you.
Mr. Parker with a gift membership that's now been paused. Jay's Salty Taint channel membership. Indiana Jones and the thanks, Obama. That's a good one. Carlos Estrada for 2. Did you see the football game trailer with Colin? I have seen the ads for that. I'll probably cover it on Sports Wars at some point. Green-haired anti-liberal for 5. What's up? Need some advice. How do I break up with my best friend who told me last night she loves Indy 5? She's based IRL, but has the worst taste in film. You say, we're done, bitch. I don't know. Aberjam UK for 5. Hail 199. If you see the channel Nerd Voice, great takes on the culture war, and presenters Aisha Gaynors and Isaac Hoxell are totally based. Well, I have not seen that channel, but sounds cool. I'll check it out. Chris Correa for 2. Congrats, Jeremy, on another Alabama championship.
What's that in reference to? I'm not sure, but I'm sure we're going to win it this year, so we'll be all good. I'm sorry, I'm still just looking into this. Yeah, because I noticed like a lot of super chats stopped coming in, and it's so weird.
Well, I saw the chat start like there was no green anymore, and the chat said, "What happened to memberships?" And then Jay sent a thing that said, "There's no more super chat button," and then yeah. So we should actually.
If you guys can, please go retweet that though, so we can get YouTube to pay attention. And
actually, I'll see if I can start chatting with their support as well, because it's usually what you end up having to do anyway. So,
I feel confident we will get this worked out, but it is a very scary situation to be involved in right now, always. But I'm happy that we are currently live on Rumble and on Kick. And again, if it's the perfect time to remind everybody that the Kick CEO joined our stream on Saturday and dropped 200 gifted memberships on Kick live. And the Kick staff was in our chat. We've also had conversations with Rumble. Rumble's been great to us, so it's just a good opportunity to remind everybody of that. I've had some issues in the past with, what is it? Oh, hang on. Sorry. I had another screen popped up and you were laughing. It was a delay. But yeah, I've had issues in the past with YouTube, nothing bad. And they've always worked with me on it. What this has happened today is 100% bullshit. Like we've done nothing wrong. We've done nothing wrong at all. And, so we are using a software called it's called EVMUX. That's the new software we're using. Is EVMUX. They have tutorials on YouTube and everything like that. They've been around for a little over a year. And so it was a test stream that we did where we showed nothing. It was us talking. Just that's all it was, a little 5-minute test stream. And that's what they've apparently hit us for. So, Oh well. Guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm starting to chat with YouTube support. So
okay. So yeah, so we will figure this out, but in the meantime, thank you.
Guess what? This stream, even if we get fully demonetized, this channel will still have lost less money than Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is set to. Okay,
that is true.
So there are some positives to take out of it. Even if the channel is demonetized, we're still more successful than Kathleen Kennedy. How about that?
So we have an active community guideline strike.
Warning.
Yeah. And
warning.
Yeah.
So you get one warning, then you get 3 strikes. So the warning is because of that thing, but it shouldn't have had any effect on monetization.
Not any at all. So I will share my screen so people see what YouTube sent us. So that's what they sent us. Right here. And so warning, your content was removed due to a violation of our community guidelines. Because it's the first time your account isn't affected, you're only warned once, and this warning will remain on your channel. If this happens again, your channel will get a community guideline strike. You won't be able to do things like upload, post, or live stream for a week. Warning. And there it is. Violent criminal organizations? What?
Yes.
What?
You guys were talking about your mafia shit.
Fucking kidding me, man?
Unlisted stream.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's wild.
Holy shit.
But that's what I mean. So like, so that would be, obviously we're going to go and we're going to like challenge it and everything, but it should not, again, even on the thing itself, it says it should have no effect. So
unbelievable.
Mistakes
fucking start
being
the
made at YouTube.
fucking day out. Way to start the day out. All right. So, thank goodness for Rumble and Kick. That's all I can say. Thank goodness for Rumble and Kick. Frustrating beyond belief. Okay, where are we at on Super Chats? I know you've been jumping all over the place. So.
So WG with 5 gift memberships that are now paused. So thank you. Bethesda's Lore Master, member for 5 months, says it's done. Kathleen Kennedy has burnt down Lucasfilm and tore down every one of George's iconic characters, all because she thought she could do it better. Hey, it's dead. John Yarber for 10. Greg Gutfeld gave Valiant Renegade a shout out, and Benny featured his video and Gary in his newest video. All hail the 199.
Hail.
Very cool. Disney dive bombing at the box office is popular for everybody to talk about. Arthur Brown for 10. Just did 7 hours pushing trolleys in the pouring rain. Was busy as fuck thanks to public holiday. Plus, I was sick with a cold. Can I cry like a bitch on a live stream that my life's too hard now? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Matt member for 13 months. Pull it, Jeremy. It's your job to review shit like Yellow Flash, Ryan, and Gary. 199.
Yes and no. I mean, my audience is, some of them ask me to, some of them don't. But my job is to be passionate about stuff too. I just can't even muster up the passion to even watch this stuff to bitch about it. Like, that's how far gone I am on it. I feel like I'm Ripple without a $1 million comic book industry or company. That's pretty much where I'm at. I just rather do YouTube drama. I'm definitely not gonna do any test streams anymore. So
yeah, so that's the thing. It's not this. It's not any video specifically. It's not like, oh, we talk shit about these people. It's literally just a test stream. So they're like, there's no reason for it. One, it's unlisted, so it's just crazy. So no one would have access to that. And then it's not like this stream. Any problems with this stream at all? It's that one random test stream that was just Jeremy mumbling for a while and.
That's all it was. It was me. I think Steph, Krista, Beardo, and Hailstorm. That's all it was. That's all it was. Violent, extremist, or criminal organizations policy. That's what they're saying that we violated. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah, well, Geeks and Gamers is a terrorist organization.
Jeez.
That's why some people feel the need to distance themselves from us. So maybe that's the case. Maybe. But again, like the whole, I can even show, hold on. I'll clip out all the other shit so I don't share this, but let's go here. All right, here we go. You're sharing a screen without my system sound. I don't give a fuck. I don't need the sound. Right here, you can see, warning, your content was moved to a violation because the first time your account isn't affected. So you know what I mean? So there's no reason that it should have paused the partner program.
Yeah.
If it happens again, you'll get a strike. You won't be able to do things like upload. So it's really, really weird, but should rectify itself soon. I'm on the horn with them right now.
All right, you're talking to them now?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see what happens. Again, I will just say this. I know we complain a lot about YouTube. I've had my revenue stolen from me years ago because I was an idiot and clicked the wrong fucking link, and my revenue was gone for like months. They got all of it back. It was literally stolen from me. And but they got it back. So, but either way, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And this might be the last time we run through this fucking software, though. So
I don't know why that would have any effect.
I don't either. They've got tutorials and everything. Like, people have streamed through the software on YouTube, so this is good software.
Shit like this happens from time to time. I've had issues with my account before that got rectified pretty quick, so we'll see. Yep. Abomination for 5. At least those who cry when you use inflation to prove recent movies are not biggest box office earners will be comforted in knowing the recent movies are also the biggest box office bombs. Yeah, that's true. Maybe then they'll want to start adjusting for inflation. Well, John Carter, if you adjust for inflation, actually would have lost more money in today's. Like, maybe that's what they'll start to do. $20 from Quantum DeLorean over on Rumble. Here's my donation that would have been used on CommieTube, but I'm sending it here instead. Hey, thank you. Mr. Peckerwood for 5 because fuck YouTube. Abomination for 2. Starting to wonder if someone got butthurt over the fact that Geeks and Gamers was a top earner for a while on YouTube and Super Chats and asked YouTube to make something up to stop you.
These little things happen. So, but I'm so happy that you guys have been so supportive of us. So thank you guys. It's awesome. Humbling as hell.
Shane Keena. Let me make sure, they haven't responded back yet. Shane Keena for 5. It's about humility. These big companies lack perspective. Got to continue hammering home. So keep going with these videos. Thank you, Shane. Valientes for 10. Better scenario. Spielberg and Lucas do it. Hire short round actor. Indy in trouble. Short round mutt and U.S. government put together an op to rescue Indy. Indy more like his father in Last Crusade. I've heard some people say that too. Like, he could just be the one. Like, I get that, and that's cool too. And that's a interesting idea. He's like, you can have him do some stuff. It just has to be in a respectful way. So,
yep. Let's see. Polaris subscribed over on Kick. Cerberus gifted a gifted membership to Dawn Howe over there on Kick. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. And we've got almost 800 or over 800 people over on Rumble. So again, thank you for supporting on Rumble. While we seem kind of calm, I'm privately freaking the fuck out right now. So I think this will be fine. But thank you for supporting on other platforms, because this would be catastrophic if we don't get this fixed. Catastrophic. So We'll see what happens.
Let's see. Jade Scott for 5. Too bad Harrison Ford couldn't stand up for at least one of the characters that gave him a life when he could crash multiple airplanes. Fuck that guy. I from what I've seen, I think that Harrison is okay with this. He would have just said no. If I think he wanted to. I think he thought there was something valuable about showing the character deconstructed and blah blah all this stuff. I think it's a bad decision. I think it's the wrong thing, and I think that the box office is going to let us know that.
Yep.
Tyrant Lizard King for 5. Today marks the final day of 160 years of the Battle of Gettysburg. Today was the day of Pickett's charge. Honor all the men who fell. Thank you, Tyrant Lizard King.
All right, Team YouTube responded, so let's share this out real quick. Reply, send now.
Stuart Hamilton, welcome to the 199. Maybe the last channel member to ever become a part of Geeks and Gamers. Steven Wasick for $10. While MCU fans MIA, his protege Switch EOS is taking up for him. This clown's simping hard for Kathleen Kennedy, saying y'all are scared of strong women. Hey, well, shout out Switch EOS.
Look at this comment. YouTube is forcing Jeremy to be the quartering 2.0. I'm leaving YouTube. I'm just going to continue to upload everything here on YouTube. So,
yeah. We might have to make a big announcement of that on our own. What's your first thought? Remember, for 3 months, KK must have given the best Blumpkin to Steven Spielberg back in the day. Let's see. Ryan, the fact that the member messages are still going through is wild to me too.
I know.
Like, because
it's because they've already paid for it, so they get their member message. That's what I would understand from it. And yeah, I see you, me, and the movie says, can't imagine what you're feeling, Jeremy. They'll get it fixed. This is just stupid BS. Yeah, I feel confident that we can get it fixed. We're lucky that we have a really amazing group of people that follow us and can like help retweet stuff and put a signal boost on stuff. And I will say, if it don't get fixed, G&G HQ goes down the drain.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see. All right, what we got? Where we at? We caught up?
All right. So I'm talking to this person.
Oh, okay, no problem.
All right. Yeah, they're gonna look into it. They're gonna look into it and get back to me.
Okay. So we have.
Go ahead.
We've talked to YouTube through YouTube, but also talking to them on Twitter. So I think between both of those, there is nothing that they found. If a human being actually looks at this, and this is the big challenge with the YouTube side, is getting a human being to interact with stuff, because a lot of times it's all bots, it's all automated. So when my revenue was stolen, it probably took me it may have took over a month and a half to actually get what seemed to be a human being to respond to me. And still, it's not like I talked to this person, but it's like finally I got something that wasn't an automated response. You know what I mean? And they were like, "Oh, wait, this happened?" So I was like, "Yeah, this happened." So anyway, Sophie says this is why you need a G&G calendar. That would make us go broke quicker than being demonetized. So
yeah. Stuart Hamilton, member for a month. Hail G&G, the 199 in chat. Thank you, Stuart. Let's see. Ryan Soley for 5. Think KK did this on purpose, killing franchise characters made by better people and making them bad fathers to get back at Lucas and Spielberg? No, I think that she's doing this because she thinks that this type of agenda or messaging is like either better for the world or better for the entertainment industry, or like to do something like that. I don't think she's doing it out of spite to them. I think she wants to show that she can do it a different way and be more successful. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, That's kind of my feeling on the whole thing. M can't be a U fan for 2. Jeremy, would Indiana Jones 5 be a hit if Phoebe Waller-Bridge had your porn stash?
Yeah, everybody's like, so I did. I shaved. So I shaved, and I still have a little bit of facial hair. I didn't shave like completely. I didn't go full baby face, but I had to get rid of all that shit, man. It's not, you know, I every time I saw myself in vlogs, I'm like, I look horrible. So yeah, there you go. Can't you do live streams on Kick instead? Well, we are on Kick right now. And yes, we can.
We've had a couple gifted memberships. Cerberus with 2 gifted memberships over there. Polaris with a gifted membership. Arthur Brown, I think, with a gifted. I don't really know how to check all the all the fucking Kick shit.
If you go to the are you in the creator studio?
No, I'm just watching because I don't.
Okay.
I've only used Kick one time, which is to like.
So I'll share my screen so you can see and so they can see too. But like, here's the back end on Kick. Right here, and
got 185 people watching.
So this is the back end. If you see right here, we have 1,400 followers. We have 726 subscribers.
Those massive gift subs
because of all the gifted subs. But if you go to the activity feed here, you can filter it out. You can have all of your activity feed being everything, or you can just filter it to new subscribers and gifted subscribers if you want, and that's all it will show. Well, hang on. Let's that, and then it shows you right there the activity feed. So shout out to Can Man, who's modding like a madman on all of these different platforms. Appreciate you, Cam Man. So
over on Rumble, Kenzie fam for one, Sound of Freedom by Angel Studios already sold 2 million tickets. Just saying. So when I was looking, their goal is 2 million tickets. I think they were around 1 million, at least last night, unless it had a massive jump. But I want to see that at some point this week. I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, I think their goal overall is 2 million. Kim Clements, now a monthly supporter. Thank you so much, Kim. Kenny Curvecock for 5. Jeremy, if you would kindly give me your mother's maiden name and the last 4 numbers of your social security, I will gladly fix your problem.
Thank you. I'll send an email right now.
Neo Nimbus for 5. KK got mad at us clowning her and called her YouTube friends. I'm sure that's what it is. Must be. Jonas J. Campbell, what's up, man, for $10? Just heard about getting demonetized. What a load of garbage. You guys have always been very generous, so I'm here to support you in the fight. Keep moving forward.
Thank you.
Obviously, like, it's serious. I'm really confident that we're going to get it taken care of.
Yeah.
Because it's blatantly like a mistake.
Yeah.
So, I'm really confident it's going to be fine, but it's also, not my channel. So I'm sure Jeremy's more worried.
It's nerve-wracking as hell now.
It makes you nervous.
Yeah, nerve-wracking as hell. So,
I said that. Dave, member for 4 months. I had no idea Kathleen Kennedy was a producer for Temple of Doom. Yeah, like associate producer, I believe is the word. Jack Hudson for 2. What's up? Thank you, Jack. Let's see.
And for those that are asking, I don't think this has had any effect on D-Day Cobra. So, yeah, D-Day Cobra has not been affected. So, I'll be live for Cobra Cast tonight on all platforms again. So yeah, no effect on D-Day Cobra.
Let's see. You, me, and the movies. Member for 2 months. Can't imagine what you're feeling, Jeremy. They'll get it fixed. It's just stupid BS. Yeah, I think so. Broba Fett, aka Nerdy Neo. It's my birthday tomorrow. Everyone have a great time and be safe. Hey, you too, man. Happy birthday. A 4th of July birthday. That's pretty cool. Let's see. And we're all caught up because, Super Chat stopped. So.
All right. So thank you guys. I'm going to freak the fuck out as soon as I end this stream. I'm going to start cussing and yelling. But, you have to remain calm in these moments when you have 3,000 people watching you. So that's exactly what I'm doing. But again, follow us on Rumble. Follow us on Kick. I will be live for Cobra Cast tonight. I will have you all an update tonight on Cobra Cast. So I will, as a matter of fact, just, you know what? We'll do this right now. Okay. Hang on. I'm not going to run Cobra Cast as a software tonight just because, the reason it's not the software, it's just because I want to set the Cobra Cast stream up right fucking now. So you guys can have
my
it.
channel is under attack.
My channel is under attack.
199.
You're goddamn right, man. Grift when you can. So I'm going to set this stream up right now for tonight. Now, we are supposed to have Mario Kart on this channel. I need to see what happens with all of this tonight. But Mario Kart's supposed to be on Geeks and Gamers tonight. So we'll see. Let's see. So I got to set it for, it's probably going to be like 11:45 tonight when I set Cobra Cast up. Boom. Oh, no, wait, hang on. Wrong Rumble. So, okay. So there.
Lord
okay.
of the Reef or two. Riddle me this, Ryan. The sky is blue. The grass is green. What's 50%, but also 13? Well, considering we're no longer monetized, I guess I could answer that.
No, you can't because we.
But I won't.
All right, Cobra Cast link is made. Can man, if you can get that, you should be able to get it and drop it in the chat really quick, and I'll pin it. And you guys can wait patiently until 11:45 p.m. tonight for an update, and I'll let you guys know what's happening. So right now, we're gonna get to work with communicating with YouTube and try to get this settled really quickly, and then I'll have you an update tonight on Cobra Cast. So thank you guys so much. Let me see. Tweet us an update. I will. And if you guys can again, please just retweet my tweets.
Signal boost it and go in the replies and say, please check this at Team YouTube. They've already responded, so they're on it.
Don't go in there and tell them to go fuck themselves.
Right.
Don't tell them they're the worst people ever. Just be like, hey, please look into this. You know, we were watching live when it happened. If you go tell them to go fuck themselves, it doesn't help anybody. It literally doesn't.
Jeremy when Spectrum tried to respond to him.
Oh, fuck them motherfuckers. No. They can go to hell, okay? All right. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. Have a great day. I'm going to try to end this one. Yeah, I think, do we take ourselves out like this? So I remove you. Okay. All right. So that's how we're going to do it. I'm going to remove us. We're going to end it there. Follow Roll and Rumble. Follow on Kick.
How did I come back?
I brought you back, motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
Follow on Rumble, follow on Kick. I'll see you for Cobra Cast 199 tonight. Have a great day, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.